Very simple video here today at Frontier Friend as we learn AI together, and that's using your voice instead of typing to save you a bunch of time and actually get a little bit more creative and more in depth with your prompts or your writing if you want to use Wispr to draft blog posts. I found that to be a sort of secondary feature for me with Wispr because of the sort of logic it has in editing the speech to text stuff. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not going to write a whole blog post for you in a nice formatted flow, but you can certainly use it as that rough draft to take ideas to more of a concept. Wispr, W-I-S-P-R flow.ai. I'll have a link in the description, and you can use that to sign up. $12 a month, billed annually. It's right on that edge of like, it's worth it enough. I do enough typing and enough prompting where a tool like this is beneficial, especially if I'm bouncing between projects. And it also keeps a history, whether that's good or bad, of the stuff that you've spoken to so that you can go back and copy and paste that. So if you wanted to remember a prompt you were using on a project, this is sort of like that tertiary thing that I think is great because it has this archive of stuff you've chatted with. Very simple. It runs right here on my desktop. I use it on my laptop as well. You can see right here, I have some prompts that I was asking it to create. And you can also notice that some of it has some bullet points in it. And it's also that's also part of the benefit when writing blog posts with this, because it's formatting stuff in a way that would make sense when you're drafting something out for, a human to read. It's got some stats so you can see the words and stuff that you've been saving time for in a streak. It's not, that great. You can do things with snippets, which I don't do. You could just say things like link and it'll send your calendar link. That's kind of fun. You could build your own style of writing, which I don't use this enough to do something like that. But if I was using it from back in the day as a salesperson, if I was sending a lot of emails and I was maybe repeating a lot of sort of pre-sales information or where to find the sign-up page or how to buy the product, I could build a certain flow around that, which is interesting. But again, it's not something that I use. Transforms, don't touch it, don't use it anywhere. It's just not something that I've used. And then there's a scratch pad here. Seems kind of like a throwaway feature. At the end of the day, it's really about holding down a single button to talk and transfer that speech into a text prompt. Let's take a look at what that looks like right here in this Claude terminal. And now I have Claude Code up in focus in the terminal. I've clicked into it, and now I'm just going to hold down the Option key, which is the default key on Mac OS to enable the microphone to turn my speech into text. Here we go. I'm going to hold it down right now. Help me create a plan to design a general contractor's website using a very basic HTML and CSS framework. I'll let go of that button, and it'll say exactly what I said. Help me create a plan to design a general contractor's website using a very basic HTML and CSS framework. I will hit enter, and the work begins. And as I move about my day, whether it's chatting with, I'm not logged into Claude Code right now, as I'm chatting away with my chat systems or sending out emails or drafting ideas, holding down the Options key works really good. This is very easy. This is very focused. And Wispr Flow just gets out of the way. It's not something that's this burdensome app that is constantly hitting you with stuff or, weighing you down. Hold down the Option key, talk, it turns into text, boom, you're off to the races. That's how I turn text into speech. Wispr Flow, check it out. I'll link it in the description and in the comments. And if you use my link, I get a little bit of credit. Doesn't cost you anything, helps support the channel here. If you like what you saw, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want more. Leave a comment below. We'll see you in the next video.